So then now, big song is out. When did all of the trouble start in the camp?
You know, to be politically correct. No, not the camp, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you know, set
Mm-hmm.
up 4 leaders.
Mm-hmm.
So at any given time, you have 4 strong-minded people and strong-willed people. Like I said.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times, many decisions were not made at all.
Okay.
And I say that first because I want to make sure that it is known that we recognize how strong-willed each of us were, and we understood that in order to make this work,
mm-hmm.
we are going to learn how to humble ourselves more time.
Mm-hmm.
So we took a stance that unless decisions were unanimous, we just are going to let it go from the beginning. First of all, like money used to split 4 ways no matter what.
Yeah.
Right? It no matter who write the song, it no matter who sing the song. Mm-hmm. When the money come for the song, once it's a T.O.K, it's split 4 ways. And if you want right now, you wanting it, they're going to name T.O.K, and it no matter. Mm-hmm. So we knew that. So we were doing that from ever since, all 4 of us. Mm-hmm. So I guess it just reached a point where I'm not sure if it's true. I think we just outgrew each other, and we're just kind of tired. Because remember, you know, said it's a what? This is years of every day, mm-hmm. at least 2 hours worth of communication with them money. You know? That is a lot. I mean, enough man married and not chat to them wife so long.
No.
For real. I mean, it's a serious thing. Like it. Yeah, I think we just kind of get tired of having every decision that you would want to make, mm-hmm. being hinged on another man vibe or thing. Yeah. So everybody, they kind of just get resistant, you know. So we just stop.
And that, because I know you were the first one to actually bring attention to any of the problems, was when I think it was 2011. You said you stopped recording. You didn't say you were leaving. You said you were stopped recording. And again, you know, as people say, stop recording, oh, he's leaving. And then people right there would misconstrue and think, hey, the group is breaking up. And I think at that point there, I'm not sure, but you could correct me, you might have been the only one to cut your hair at that time there also.
Yeah.
So you look different than everybody else.
All right, so I'm gonna show you something now. Mm-hmm. See, I think the only person I did ever really tell this at the time was Spice. Mm-hmm. Strangely enough, we were just having a conversation, and I was really sure 1 or 2 things. And mm-hmm. It was when I did it. Mm-hmm. It was perfectly timed, mm-hmm. and I was thinking about it for about 6 months before I said that, mm-hmm. because I did that to get out of the VP contract. I can say it now because we're out. Yeah, they just wouldn't let we go, and they wouldn't put out the album then. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say, you know, if they're fighting so hard to mm-hmm. keep a unit, let's not have a unit for them to keep. So they were resisting our attempts to try and get out of the contract because we wanted to explore other avenues. We wanted to, because there were record labels in Japan that were interested in doing one-off deals with us. And at that time, I was the person negotiating those deals too. And it couldn't work. It couldn't work with them in the picture in the beginning. And I said, let me not leave the pot too sweet for them, you know. So let me just drop a little friction here.
Yeah.
So it don't look like all peaches and cream and all milk and honey. Let me just drop a little pepper, a little scotch bonnet. just drop a little scotch bonnet tonight and see what happens. So, what in hindsight, mm-hmm. what I wish I did different. Because I purposely never really tell the man what I was going to do. I just tell him, say I was going to do something, watch out feet. I say, yo, I'm going to do something in the next 24 hours, watch out. I didn't tell them because I wanted genuine responses. And I should have told them.
Because did that actually now really create a problem that kind of didn't really exist before?
Maybe. I don't know. But it could have.
Mhm.
It could have.
Got you. And it cut you here the same time you had made the announcement, or this came
But
after?
none of them never related. But they cut me here a little before. So
Yeah.
it's not like, say, why did they cut me here? My neck didn't hurt me at night time when I sleep. It wasn't anything. I never know. I never know. I never know.
Yeah.
But it looked like it was an action of defiance.
Mm-hmm.
It did look like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was aware that it looked like that, but it never had nothing to do with that.
It was nothing to do with. Okay, so then that wasn't planned, but the I'm stop recording with the group that was planned, especially on your side and everything else. Then so then okay, this is 2011. You guys. So then when did you guys actually leave VP then?
About a year after. Because
Okay.
from then the contract started. The contract was on the what is the word? We started revisiting the contract
Mhm.
at that point,
Mhm.
and they were now willing
Mhm.
to look at ways that we could dissolve the contract at that point. And it wasn't until there was a company which we did a Japanese album for that ended up buying out the remainder of time from VP so that we could get out of the contract completely.
Mhm.
JVC, we did an album for JVC.
Seeing that too. Okay. This is where it looked like to me personally where the real problem happened now. When Basie decided to do Blue Mountain Reggae Festival, and you were the only one that decided to say, hey, I'm going to help out. Watching the show, it seemed like that was when the real crack really started to happen there.
Oh, politically correct again. Reality TV not real, you know.
I know
We just tell the world. If you never know. All right. So we let me tell you, as I said,
Mhm.
a four big man
Mhm.
with four strong will and strong
Mhm.
person. So we all have friction from a long time before that. We just not carry with there to close our road, you know? So there was friction from before. When Blue Mountain Music Festival came up, as I say, me and Flex are the executioners. When them say go,
Yeah.
we not ask a question. We're gone. We not have no fear. We not have no all right. Me and Flex are probably the most religious in the group too. Not spiritual.
Big
Like
difference.
it's probably between me and Basie are the most spiritual, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't really know what I'm gonna feel in my heart still, so you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But religious at the time, so like we never have we understand how to move off our faith. We just go.
Mm-hmm.
So like we don't need a paved road.
Mm-hmm.
We just need a direction. We're gone. We will pave the road. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
So when Basie said, I don't know if like I'm a supporter, right? I like that. So I like it. I think it's a great idea, and I want to make sure that I do everything possible and in my power to encourage it to come to fruition. So that's all I was thinking. It wasn't like say me was supporting if them money and so it never had nothing to do with that. I just want to see the festival happen because it's a great idea, so let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not care. Me not care. Me not care if me have to break the bank and take out my life. Me not care. Let's do it. Like some stay. Like if me decide say me I gonna make a bet, me I bet big.
Yeah. Let's go. Okay, so then this is we're winding down on the TOK here now. So then since you said that the certain stuff in the reality TV were not so real, the not recording was not so real. How about Flex leaving the group? Was that real or that was another not so real moment?
All right, so let me tell you a thing now with that.
Mm-hmm.
when Flex said, Flex never really said, man, leave the group neither. Right? Him said, him going to focus on his solo career.
Okay.
Because the reason, because him have him youth and him notice say him a focus on some things and some man not focus on something and something like that. And it was all well and good. You know the funniest thing? Like, I don't even think the rest of the group know still. But I me let out that post out of the bag too, you know, because I got all of the calls. I got all of the calls that day, that night. And they were like, yo, Flex came to me with a story and I'm wondering if I should run with it or whatever. Because that's what I always say, respect is ahead of a thing. It go further than money, by far.
For sure.
So when people, like the press call me first to see if them should have run the story on it. I'm gonna say, yo, the man is a big man. If he come to you with a story, of course, run the story. You know, it can't be. Me can't tell you what I feel, you know. Of course. So, but it never gets serious until Basie answered. When Basie say, oh well, then if you then hold on. Me attack when you say now focus on your what then. If you are focused by your thing, let me focus on my thing too. When it reached that, when Basie respond, it was like, shit.
We got a problem.
Now it's serious. Yeah.
Well, so you see what a lot of people don't understand, how serious you guys are about your image and the moves that you guys make. A lot of people thought, yeah, you guys are singing songs, thought you guys were playing checkers. But really and truly, you guys were playing chess.
Yeah, a lot of that will go on. Not for that will go on. Like well, as you know, like I'm a Virgo, so I'm very calculated in the things that I do. I'm very calculated in the battles that I choose to have, like things like that. And I think Basie is even worse. Like there are times that my head will just chip and things happen. But I think for the most part, so well, you don't even have to dig too deep to figure it out, you know. Like we are the first and only dancehall harmony quartet. And we built, maintained, and sustained a working company that supported upwards of 10 families at any given time for years and still supporting those families. So no idea what we're doing. It's not whimsical. It's not a fly by night thing. We know we understand some things. You know?
And I'm glad we're having this conversation here. So then now, when you went out on your solo career, did this kind of put you say, okay, you know what? Now I got to step out and go on my own now, since there seems to be some type of issue right now?
No, not really. A friend of mine passed in I don't remember the year. Years. You have to check Groshan for years now. Chronologically, I'm the worst. But there was a point in time where a friend of mine died. Right? And he was young and he was an artist. His name is Little Joe.
Yes, I know Little Joe.
Basie put out a rhythm called Nabbing Rhythm. And Little Joe was on that rhythm, right? So was T.O.K. And Taros, Holy Puppy was on there.
That's the Shaka Zulu Picnic was on that one there?
Correct.
Big rhythm.
We performed at Wiki Waki with Little Joe. I reached home at 4 o'clock in the morning. I reached home, daylight. About 6 o'clock I reached home. So I left Wiki Waki about 5. And I left Little Joe at Wiki Waki. And when I reached home, I get a call that he was at the hospital. And he never left that hospital. And it's like right there, I started wondering what my contribution to the music was.
Mhm.
I started feeling the need
Mhm.
to put my thoughts on record and not just the thoughts that fit into TOK.
Mhm.
So I felt a need to record more and sing more and write more and DJ more and produce more. I wanted to make sure that if I die, somebody could know who I was as me, not as a part of. So we just start write and sing and DJ and just more, And it was from that then that I started just doing my own thing. Like as far as solo is concerned, so I don't even think about it. I just I just do. So like if like I don't think I went solo. I just can't stop singing. So whether people around me or not, I'm gonna sing.
Got you. This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusica.com.